Hey guys, Adaeze here. Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking on my videos. You are welcome back, okay? And if you are seeing my face for the first time, if you're new to this channel, you guys, I have a lot of interesting videos, okay? So just check my channel and you'll see other videos. I'm sure you are going to like other videos, at least one or two other videos. You're going to like them, okay? So please watch my other videos and also like and share this video as well, okay? So this video is sponsored by me, yes, on Instagram. You guys, I'm on 8K plus on Instagram and I'll really like to get to 10K really soon. So I'm sponsoring this video, okay, to tell you guys that please go and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at Adaeze space, okay? Yeah, so go and follow me on Instagram. From time to time I post pictures there of me, of my family, of my kids, but I always you know, engage on the stories. Yeah, on Instagram stories I always post stuff on Instagram stories, interesting things I like, important topics I like to discuss, funny things that I see. I like to keep you guys entertained in my Instagram stories. But yeah, please go and follow me on Instagram if you are not following me already, okay? And if you're following me on Instagram already, thank you guys so much. You guys are the real MVPs. Anyway, I just finished filming another video right now. It's about my baby's, you know, hair and skin routine. So if you've seen that video and you're like, it's not the same cloth she wore in that video, my dear, I cannot waste this cloth. I cannot waste this cloth. So I am going to film another video. So this story is about how my younger sister got missing and we did not even know. Yes, she was missing and we did not know. When I mean missing, I mean she was very young when this thing happened and she was missing and we did not know she was missing. But let me tell you guys the story, okay? Yeah, so when we were younger, we used to travel to the village almost every Easter or Christmas, but at least every Christmas we used to be in the village. It's something I miss. I wish I can, you know, continue it with my kids, but the way things are right now, it's not easy, you know. So yeah, but I actually miss traveling to the village every Christmas, you know, see my cousins, go and swim in the river. That was when I was younger, you know, just have fun, play, pluck fruits. You know, it was really an interesting time each time we traveled to the village, okay? But one of these travels was more than interesting. So yeah, one time we traveled to the village. I think it was Christmas. Yeah, I think it was Christmas. We traveled to the village and then, you know, during that Christmas period, they always have so many activities in the village, so many activities. So my parents were always going for one activity or the other. Sometimes they go with us, but most times they go alone while they keep us, you know, we stay back at home and we did not miss anything. We enjoy staying back. In fact, I prefer staying at home than following my parents for events, because if you follow them for events, you will greet and tire. And you know, around parents, you have to always be prim and proper. You can't just do anyhow. But at home, you know, in the village, we used to do anyhow, and they won't even be there to, you know, control us. So we used to wait for them to go so that we can show ourselves. Anyway, one of those times, my parents, you know, had an event they were going for, and they told us, you guys, don't go to the river, because we used to go to the river all the time. Even when they were around, we'll go to the river. Any excuse to go to the river. I'll carry one small container like this, so we'll say once go and fetch water. I'll carry one small rubber like this, because then they used to fetch drinking water from the, you know, when my grandparents were still alive, they used to fetch drinking water from the river. So me, I'll carry one small, whether 2 liter or 3 liter container, and say I'm going to fetch. Meanwhile, some people are carrying 20 liters, 25 liters. Me, I'll carry that 2 liters and say I'm going to fetch water in the river. So we'll now go to the river and swim. Then I used to love swimming a lot there. Everybody will come out shivering. Me, I will remain in the water until they literally have to drag me out. Let's go before I will now come out, you know. So I used to enjoy that time. So they told us as usual, you know, stay well, don't go out, don't do this one, blah, 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 blah. We were like, okay, yes, daddy, yes, mommy, yes, daddy, yes, mommy. As they left, we were like, bye, time to enjoy ourselves. So me and my elder brother and some of my cousins, we decided to go to the river to swim and also fetch water. Okay, so we left my younger sister and my younger brother at home. Mind you, these children were very small. We were all small, but they were younger. They were much younger, okay? I think amongst those of us that went to the river, I was the youngest. That's tell you how young my you know, siblings were then. I think maybe they were like maybe 7 and 5. Maybe 7 and 5 or something, but they were pretty young. We left them alone in the house and all of us ran to the water because the water was calling us. So that was how we left, not knowing that my sister went to the goats. My sister used to bath goats when we were younger. Story for another day, but it's something that she used to do when we were younger. She felt that the goats were always dirty and smelling, so the water from the tank, my sister would go and empty it in the goat's shed. Is it goat shed they call it? Where they store the goats, yeah. My sister will go there, or even when the goats are running around the compound, my sister will go and grab goats and be bathing goats. We soap that the goats are smelling. Anyway, that's how my sister now went to do that. And then my younger brother now walked to the gate and walked out of the compound and left, and nobody knew where he went to. Mind you, this is a 5-year-old. I think he was even less than 5 then, but he was very small. So, as usual, now when we now felt that, my parents will soon be back, we now started rushing back home. By then, my parents were already on their way back home. So I think all of us jammed ourselves in the compound at the same time. So they first started ranting about us going to the water. Why did people go to the water? Why did you do this one? We're sorry, you know, and everything. Anyway, now we now entered into the house. And then where is my younger brother? My younger brother was nowhere to be found. Initially, we didn't know he was missing. We just felt that maybe he was somewhere in the compound. And before you think I'm confusing things here, this is my younger brother. We've not yet reached my younger sister's part of the story, okay? It started from my younger brother. So we now saw my younger sister. Okay, first of all, why are you bathing goats, wasting water? But that's the story for another day. Where is Chima? She said she didn't know where Chima was. You don't know where Chima was? Were people not here together? Where is he? Where is he? My parents were now asking us, the older ones, where is he? Did people carry him to the water? We said no. Okay, so where is he? We checked around the compound. Where is Chima? Where is Chima? We couldn't find Chima. Hey. Okay, that was the first one. And if you guys know how Anambra State is, I don't know if it is common with most eastern states, but in Anambra State there are so many ditches around. Not even ditches, what they call it, gullies. Yeah, there are so many gullies around. Like if you're not careful, you can actually fall into a gully. Is it gully or valley? Is it that valley? Wait, what is gully? Yeah, it's gully, not valley. Okay, there are so many gullies around, and somebody can fall into them and get missing. Because many of them have sticks and trees inside the gullies. So if you fall into that place, they might not even find out on time, and you are most definitely going to have serious bodily injury. That's if you don't die immediately. You are going to be seriously injured if you fall inside. So that was where my parents' mind went to first. So you guys can imagine the horror. The horror. Hey, where did this boy go? We now started walking up and down. Everybody now formed a search party. Neighbors, cousins, everybody came out, formed a search party. I remember I was with my mom then. She was so heartbroken. Like, I felt so bad. I could see that my mom was so heartbroken. Like, where is her child? So we all separated. I think I was with my mom and one of my cousins. My father went, in a different direction. Some of my cousins went in a different direction. Everybody was just shouting, Chima, 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 Chima. We all went out looking for my brother. So after walking around for a while, we now got to a place where we saw, and then he couldn't even explain himself properly. What if somebody had taken him? As in, a lot was going through our minds there, so you can imagine the horror. So we went looking for him. We now, asking people, do you see any young boy? I think we knew what he was wearing, so we kept asking people, did you see any young boy? He was wearing this, he doesn't know how to speak Igbo. They'll now say, oh yes, we saw one boy. I think he passed this place. We'll now quickly rush and pass that place. We even passed by a gully that somebody said he passed around that area. So I remember we stood by that gully, trying to look inside to see if we could find him. It was a very traumatic experience. Anyway, we looked, we didn't find him. So we continued going on until we got to one place where we now met someone. The person now said, and there was a boy that they saw walking around and he couldn't explain himself. Nobody knew, where he was coming from. Anyway, so there was this lady that, had a shop that decided to take him and just keep him in her shop in case anybody was looking for him, okay? So that was where we got there and saw him. I think she gave him biscuit and water. That was where we saw him. You guys, the excitement, the relief. We were thanking God, my mom carried him. Was it my mom or my cousin? Yeah, carried him, went back to the house. Everybody was happy. Everybody was rejoicing. We were just thanking God. We're like, where will we start from? Looking for this boy. What if somebody had taken him? What if he had fallen into the gully? Like, a missing child is not something anybody wants to experience, even if he's missing for a brief moment, even for a few seconds, because 1,001 bad thoughts are going to go through your mind. You're going to expect the worst. You're going to be thinking the worst, okay? So yeah, that was how we were now there rejoicing, rejoicing. We're just happy, telling everybody the story. People that came to the house come and find out what was going on. We're just telling them what happened. And then later on, this was after a while, maybe like 1 or 2 hours. Okay, after a while, we now saw my younger sister and my cousin driving into the compound. You know, they were on an okada, okay, a bike. In all the brouhaha, we didn't even realize that my younger sister was missing. Like, we didn't even know that she was missing because we were focused on the child that we actually knew was missing. So we didn't realize that when we went to look for my younger brother, out of guilt, or I don't know, because she was feeling bad, my younger sister too now left the compound to go and look for him in the village. This is someone that grew up in Lagos. Even in Lagos, we don't even know road. But in the village, she took it upon herself to go and search for her younger brother who was missing because of her. I mean, technically, that's in her mind, she felt he was missing because of her, okay, because they were the only two at home at that time. So that was how this girl now left the house and started walking and going very far. From what I remember, where they found her was a very far distance from the house. In fact, it was on the road that my cousin was coming. My cousin was coming to the house, and it was on the road that he saw her and was just like, is this not my, my cousin? That was how he now came down. I was like, what are you doing here? She now said she's looking for my younger brother. For where? How did you get here? And she was on barefoot too. She was on barefoot, and this girl walked a very far distance, looking for my brother. I mean, for almost 2 hours, if not more than 2 hours, she was walking. So that's to tell you how far she had gone. Thank God, though. Thank God that things were better then, because if it was now, only God knows what would have happened to her. But anyway, that was how we're not like, so you left the house. In fact, it was now double celebration. We didn't even know that this child was missing. It was now double celebration, yeah. So it was very emotional in our house that time. We are also grateful to God because nobody had an idea that she had left the house, because we left her at home when we went to search for my younger brother. We didn't know that she actually went as well to go and search for him. What if something had happened to her? What if we didn't even realize it until maybe time for dinner? Yeah, where's Oniye now? You now hear that, yeah, she's not in the house. Where did she go to? And it's not like now that people have phones, children have phones. Even then, most adults don't have phones, so you can't even say, let me call police station, let me call my cousin. Like, it was just God. It was just God that helped us. But yeah, that was it. That was how we found my younger brother and my younger sister, later on. And yeah, this story is actually funny now that it has passed, but when it was happening, it wasn't a funny thing at all. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you guys have any similar stories. Have you guys gone missing before? Actually, my younger brother has gone missing a second time. That story for another day. That one was even me and him that were involved. That's a story for a story for another day. Just you guys remind me to tell you that story. How my younger brother got missing. But yeah, do you guys have any similar stories? Have you gone missing before? What were circumstances around you getting missing? Even I and my elder brother too have gotten missing once, but it wasn't really serious because we should find our way back home, but we got missing for a brief period. So yeah, did you guys enjoy this story? Did you guys learn anything from this story? In fact, the lesson that we've learned is make sure you know where everybody is. If you want to go and look for one missing child, carry the one that is at home with you and go and search, because that's it for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this story. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all on Instagram first and in my other videos. Okay, bye guys.